Welcome back to Crypto Spaces, back with another Monad update for you guys. Like I said, man, we got in around 185 cent on Monad. Obviously did not catch the bottoms. That's okay. I'm not perfect, man. If I was perfect, I would already, be a multi-millionaire right now, but I'm working my way towards that, right? But we did get a good entry, and we're already up, some percentages here. Monad right now sitting at 0.02341 cent, $253.6 million in market cap, $2.3 billion in FDV. Monad, like I said, guys, in my opinion, is Solana in 2020 to 2021, AVAX in 2020 to 2021, Cardano and Matic as well. The timing of Monad's launch, the tokenomics, the way it feels like the entirety of crypto Twitter just thinks Monad is gonna die. So a lot of them, just wrote it off as in like just another L1, a failed L1, ghost chain, etc. Majority of them more than likely did not buy that 17 to 18 cent low, right? Not 17, 17 cent to 1.818 cent low, right? They did not do that. Majority of them have not, made that purchase under 2 cent, right? Started to cover it again on the channel under 2 cent. And, when Monad starts to climb up here, that's when you're going to see the crazy FOMO. You're going to see, all of a sudden everyone bought at the lows. Everyone was like, yo, I was 10x long on Monad. I had a 100x long open, right? That's what you're going to see. But you got to be there when nobody else is bullish, when nobody else is interested in the project. You have to be there when it's quiet, right? When it's quiet, that's when you're there. And when it gets loud, that's when hey, time to take some profits, right? I truly believe in Monad's technology. The L1 is great, 10,000 TPS on EVM. It's smooth, it's fast, it's cheap. What we expect from L1s, that newer L1s, that's what we expect. But what is very special about Monad is the community that is built around it, right? The cult-like following. Like I said, I see the following of Monad, the community of Monad, like XRP, right? There's a technology, but there's also a ravenous, rabid community that will die on a hill for anything Monad, right? So we're looking great. We're climbing up, right? And it's just the start. My price prediction for Monad, like I said, is $1 to $3 in the future, and I'm using the circulating supply market cap for my targets, right? CMC shows circulating market cap, not FDV, right? So I see a $1 to $3 Monad in the future, in my personal opinion. What's also interesting is that we got Monad mentioned and brought up from investors in the institutional market, right? In the TradFi market, speaking about Monad and emerging technologies in prediction markets and blockchain, etc. And we have a fund that invested in Monad, right? Which is freaking fantastic, right? This is Dragonfly XYZ general partner. Previously was at Goldman Sachs, right? Speaking about Monad, we're gonna take a look at this quick clip.
Going to continue to see innovation at the blockchain. Going to continue to see innovation at the blockchain level, right? So there's a new blockchain that just launched called Monad, which we're invested in, it's called Monad, okay. Which we're invested in, which is trying to be a Solana killer, right?
What's the symbol?
It's MON.
And what's it trading?
It's about a $2 billion valuation today.
No, but what's it cost for one?
What's it cost for one? It's like 0.002. So.
Sounds like
that's right. That's in your price range.
Okay, what could go wrong there?
Well,
everything.
Yeah, with early. I mean, this is early stage technology, right? So the one thing that happens in crypto is people launch these tokens when they're still basically early stage companies, right? It's technology. We're going to continue to see more innovation. I expect that we're not done in what's going to happen in crypto, and we're going to see more innovation at the blockchain level.
And pretty much nailed it, right? Rob Haddock pretty much nailed it with what he explained for Monad and investing in Monad. He did say the wrong price though. He added another zero. If Monad was 10x cheaper, that'd been fantastic. But we're at 2 cent right now, 3 cent, right? But this is freaking fantastic. This is bullish, right? The ghost chain, the L1 that people counted out is mentioned here on CNBC by traditional TradFi institutional investors. That's a great look, right? And we also have to remember, like, the Solana Foundation, Solana with its massive, it has made its impact in this space. I've always had like a side eye towards Solana. I'll be honest. I always had a side eye to it because I didn't believe in it with how, like, at first how the blockchain was with Solana. Like, they had outages, which I didn't really like, compared to like Ethereum, for example, with no outages in its history of creation. But they've garnered such a community and such a following, and have minted millionaires on their chain. So they have gained their impact and their respect in the space. So now when people talk about crypto, it's typically Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, right? Solana is always there mentioned now, right? So with the Solana Foundation as well, TradFi as well, I saw so many tweets where Solana made sure you could buy Monad on Solana, right? They made sure of that because they see the potential in the future of it. TradFi sees the potential and future of Monad, and I also see that. So in my previous video, I showed you guys previous videos that Benjamin Cowen, extremely intelligent guy, much smarter and more successful than I am, right? I would just like 10 to 20% of his success, right? But he mentioned that there's always outlier altcoins that outperform in a midterm year, which is next year, right? A lot of people think we're just gonna have like maybe a relief rally and then we go straight bear market, or some another percent of people think we're gonna get that relief rally and break through to make new all-time highs, and another set of people think we're just gonna go down into the bear market, right? We're gonna just go down from here. Well, Benjamin Cohen said there's always a few altcoins that still make all-time highs even in a midterm year, and I think Monad is one of those outliers. I think Monad is one of those few altcoins. Remember, few means free, 1 to 3, right? That's what a few means, right? Multiple, but it's less than 5, right? But I do think in the less than 5, Monad will be one of those altcoins that will explode for 2026, independent of what Bitcoin is doing, and outperform on its Bitcoin peer, right? In my opinion, because it's already doing it right now. It's already started outperforming on its Bitcoin peer, right? Because Bitcoin, barely up 0.1%, Ethereum, so over this past 7 days, down by 0.6%, Ethereum down by 0.47%, and Monad on the 24-hour and the 1 month chart, 1 week is up 27%. So it's already outperforming Bitcoin as we speak. It's up 27% in the past week. So I do think Monad will be an outlier. And that's why I say 100,000 Monad tokens right now is $2,351. It's still cheap for 100,000 Monad, right? I know there's people with multiple million Monad tokens. That's fine. It's in crypto. There's a majority of people that can't invest $20,000 to $50,000, $100,000. That's out of their budget, and that's why they're in crypto. That's why we're in crypto. You could have a few $1,000s, $3,000 to $10,000, and turn that into potentially 6 figures. And I think Monad is one of those altcoins that will make a move like that, where you invest $2,352, get 100,000 Monad tokens, and potentially see 100,000 at $1, 200,000, $2, $3, obviously 300,000, etc., right? And that's my targets for the project, and I see that being possible. Monad is climbing up, just up 26%, and the ecosystem already started to make like 200% gains, right, from some of the meme coins that I've covered, and other projects in the ecosystem. I'm sure NFTs as well will get their time to shine on Monad as well. So we're looking great here. Another update for you guys. As always, like the video, subscribe. Never invest more than you're willing to lose, right? If you can't invest 100,000, you could just get 50,000 Monad. Be sure to manage your risk, guys. Thanks for tuning in. None of this financial advice. I'll catch you in the next one.